Hello, everyone. Are you ready for the new year to change the page on your divorce? Well, we're ready to have you come join us at this year's Mrs2Me Summit. It's in Hilton Head, South Carolina on March 25th. And today we have one of our tremendous speakers, Rosemarie Ferrante, here to share with you a little sneak peek into her topic. Hello, Rosemarie. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Catherine. Hi, Karen. So nice to be here.
So give us a little sneak peek and tell us why you're so excited to be a speaker to all the fabulous women who will be attending and what we have to look forward to.
Okay, great. So I am so excited to be a part of the Mrs2Me Summit. When Catherine and Karen asked me about a year ago, whenever it was, I couldn't wait, because this kind of summit is so important for anybody in any stage of the divorce process. If you're contemplating divorce, in the early stages, or even post-divorce, this is about empowerment. This is about women taking their power back, understanding that they're in charge of their destiny. The choices that they make in the early stages of divorce, through the process, and even post-divorce are so important for their family. Because as we all know, more often than not, women are really we row the boats for our family. And so our message resonates, whether it's with our spouse, our former spouse, or soon to be former spouse, but certainly with our children. And so my topic is the power of the non-adversarial approach.
Oh, I love that. Right. And then if you're listening right now, you're saying non-adversarial. Boy,
Yeah.
I need to learn about that.
Right. I think from what little bit I know about your presentation, Rosemarie, it's about really turning those emotions into a powerful force and being able to transition that moving forward.
And you know, it's so funny because part of what I'm going to be talking about is my background. So I'm an Italian New Yorker, and anybody who knew me growing up would probably be like, what, non-adversarial? Because there have been times when I'm anything but. That being said, you know, one of the little teasers we're going to show you is one of my, what we're going to put in our, why am I blanking? The best.
Bag.
Thank you. Swag bag.
And the
Yes.
gift you're so generously giving to the first 75 attendees.
First 75 attendees get this wonderful little gift, and on it is etched some words that are do no harm, but take no shit. And that's really what the focus of the discussion is. You know, we can decide, we have the power to say, we're going to smoothly transition through this process. We're going to hold our heads up high with the right team of, whether it's mental health professionals, financial professionals, or legal professionals. I am going to make decisions that are best for me and best for my family, hopefully my children, if there are children, because that's what really matters through a divorce process. And I'm going to, you know, get through this process with my head held high, and I'm going to be better off on the other end. And that's what the message, right, of this summit is for women.
Yes. And what a community of strong women to band together to help you feel that way. You know, I chuckle a little bit when you say the Italian from New York, which I am also, but I'm also half Irish. But it's, you know, you never thought of it as being adversarial. You just thought that you were so passionate about what you believed and getting your point across. And that's how you communicate. So why can't you be like that going through the divorce process? You know, you have every right to be passionate about your beliefs once you have clarity on what you need and what you want.
I will say 100%, but it's all in the presentation too, right? And so one of the things I recently shared on my Instagram was, you know, 90%, 10% of disagreements are actually about the content of the disagreement. 90% is about the tone. So it's all in your presentation. And so that's what we teach in mediation and in collaborative divorce. We want to talk about goals. We don't want to talk about positions. You know, when you have the information you need on the finances from professionals such as you both, and you have maybe a divorce coach or a therapist helping you manage your emotions, then the legal discussions become a lot easier, because then you have all the information and you know that you can present it well, You don't, because we all know, especially in the early stages of divorce, we know exactly how to push our spouse's buttons. And even post-divorce, you know exactly how to push your prior spouse's buttons. But we're not looking for reactions. We're looking for results, right? We're looking for ultimately having an agreement that's detailed, that's enforceable. But most importantly, that is the blueprint for your post-divorce life that's going to set you up financially as best as you can be, given the circumstances. So how do you do that? What are the tricks of the trade? What do you need to know so that you can ultimately get what you need? And it may not be everything that you want, but what you need and the only way you know what you need is when you really understand, again, the finances and managing your emotions.
Yeah, and you said something
Okay.
really important there. The tone of which you communicate post-divorce can be so impactful, and just your own happiness, to let go of things and to move forward. So I'm really excited that you'll be speaking to the group of women there, because you're someone to look up to. You're someone that's intriguing to listen to, and to be able to walk away feeling more confident about your communication style even is going to be so helpful. And of course, sitting here filling this little glass up with wine is something I'm going to look forward to doing.
Yeah, and because how many times do we explode or present something in a way that we're not proud of? It doesn't feel good afterwards. But when you're able to articulate your needs and your goals in a respectful and compassionate manner, it feels better. So I mean, I could speak for myself. And I've learned over time, because we all fall into that like rage text, and you start to text and you start to, there's power in deleting all of that and just saying, okay. And it actually feels good. So you start to realize, like, wow, that actually is liberating.
Mhm.
Love it. And not just in the divorce setting. It's, all of the relationships that we have all established post-divorce, moving forward in our new confidence. So it's amazing. I'm excited.
Yeah, and that's one thing we were talking about before. The summit is not just for people going through divorce; it's for people contemplating it or post-divorce, right? So this is a non-adversarial approach in all things.
Yeah, we even noticed there's some widowers and actually some married women who have bought tickets. Some of them have never experienced divorce, but they're now grandparents to a grandchild whose their parents got divorced, and so they have some fears and worries, and actually they don't know how to communicate with an ex-daughter or son-in-law, right? So I think for even someone who's a grandparent, a grandmother, going through this process, you can walk away with some really good feel-good tips, and some understanding even of the party who went through the divorce, even if it wasn't for you, which I love too, because that's how we all band together to change the dialogue about divorce not being the end of your life, but possibly, and in most cases, the beginning of what's going to be your beautiful new life.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we're really excited to have you. We cannot wait to meet you live. I think I'm most excited about the live portion of all of this, because I am a touchy-feely, hands-on, although I won't come up and touch anyone, but I am a touchy-feely. I just like that face-to-face interaction. I thrive off of that. I feel like I know you, even though it's all been through Zoom. So for me, I'm going to be the first online to really just get to meet you personally. So I'm really excited and honored. Karen and I are just honored that you're coming as one of our tremendous speakers. And for all of you listening, I don't know, Rosemarie, if you have any discounted tickets left.
I do have discounted tickets. So you can use my name, Rosemarie Ferrante, and get 20% off. And I have to just say, Catherine, what you were saying, we all as divorce professionals are coming from all over the country, and it will be so great to be in person. Finally, I think we're all over the Zoom, right? So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Such amazing speakers. I cannot wait to meet each and every one of them who I've worked with, but we haven't met face to face.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun. And I just think about when we had our first summit, and even when I went through a divorce myself, if I could have thrown myself into a room of that lineup of speakers, at that stage that I was at. I mean, you all are seeing me now at this stage, but you didn't see me 11 years ago, right? So if I could have been thrown into that room, oh my gosh, I could just imagine how much further along I would have went at a much faster pace. But you know what? It's never too late. So get your ticket, use Rosemarie Ferrante's name and your coupon code. We still have some swag bag spots available. So make sure you get your ticket and stay tuned for our next speaker next week.
Thank you both. So good seeing you.
Thank you. You too.